Hi everybody, welcome back to Maddie's Nifty Creations. Today we're on our floor in our office. Why? Well, we gotta finish this frame. As you can tell, what we did was, and if you've probably been watching me, if you have not, you might want to go watch the live the last time we did our live. We had this frame with a picture. I ripped off the actual picture itself and I kept the frame. Secured all corners for what I need. So, and then these didn't come in here. These are literally slats from a bed and that we no longer use, but I kept the wood because wood can be pretty expensive. And so what we're doing is an actual frame. And if you notice, we attached 3. We had to measure and cut all these to attach. This is actually going to be that wall in the office for some of my tools and stuff that I want to hang up. I'm going to actually be I'm actually going to be painting this in blue and in pink with some gold dripping on it and everything. If you notice, this is a gap right here. Why is there a gap, Maddie? Well, it's simple. Let me just tell you. I need one more of these, so I gotta measure from here to there, and I gotta cut. So we got our measuring tape. This was Johnny's dad's measuring tape. We still have it, by the way. We got a pencil, and of course you're gonna get your woods, which are actually over here next to me. Then I'm gonna show you. Then we're gonna take and we're gonna put our frame on the actual floor, and we're gonna get our wood. See, and it's still dirty because I didn't clean it, to be honest. I'm just measuring and I'm cutting, and then I can clean it. If I need to sand it, I can sand it, whatever you want. So we have it on the floor. And yes, we're in a dress, but it doesn't stop us, right? So what you're going to be doing is you're actually going to measure the inside of this frame to then line your wood and mark to that measurement for the inside of this frame. And that will be where you have to cut your wood to fit inside the frame. So here's the tape measure, and we're going to just measure. So from the inside of here, and then you're gonna bend right over here. So it says it's a 10. 10 and give or take and a half or so. So we're gonna actually be cutting 1 more or 2 more lines after that. So we're gonna take our wood, and where's the 10? Right there. We're gonna measure from the end how much we need for the wood. And then you're gonna take your pencil. So put that line, I say, where you need it, which is around yay. And what you're gonna do in your tape measure is, you see this, it might be in a different color, but you see the button, the way that this slaps together, see how it slaps? You need it to be in the measurement that you need. So this button, in case somebody doesn't know, this button actually makes it steady, so you don't need an assistant. Look at that. It just holds it for you. This is your assistant. So I'm gonna see where I need it. Right over there, and that's where my finger still hurts, so it's kind of hard to use that finger in reality. I don't even know what happened to it, to be honest. I really don't know. Let me see. I clipped it a little too much. Right there is where you want it, and we're gonna kind of use the wood underneath to hold it. And then we're gonna just mark, you're gonna draw a line with your pencil where your measurement is needed. So this is the line. We're gonna do it there, and then we're gonna do right there. Right there. So, and then this, you can also use it kind of as a ruler. And you just basically go like this and straight on, right there. Just, and you mark where you're gonna cut. This is your leftover, and this right here is where you're gonna cut. This will give you a precise measurement. This will get you a precise measurement. You're gonna cut right there on that line, and this is the wood you're gonna use. If you're in doubt, measure again towards right here, and then see, and this is exactly what I need. It will fit perfectly on the inside of my frame. You can compare it by putting it flat. You can compare it by putting it flat to one side on the inside, like I'm doing here. See how this is not out? It's in. And then you look, kind of eyeball it, and you can see, yeah, that's exactly where I marked. Right there. And right there's where I have to cut. So I have to go get the saw, cut it, come back, and put it on there. And then once you cut your wood, what you're gonna do is, if you're gonna sand it, you sand it. You can even you can even sand these pieces of wood before you cut them. You can do it before, you can do it after, and then you can paint them as well. I am gonna sand a little bit with my sand block. I do have a sander, but I'm not gonna use a sander, but I could, but I'm not. And so it's very little sanding. I'm honestly gonna use crafting paint. And then it's gonna be blue, it's gonna be wood, because I like the wood color. As you can tell, my wood floors, over 100 years old, are wood. My boards are wood. My windows from 1960s. This door is not, because this door is brand new, because when we moved here, this door was damaged, so we replaced it, and I couldn't find no other doors, so we got a white door. But it blends in perfectly because of the painting of the wall and all that. This is stuff that I have to sand because I found some holes on here and I had to patch them. I'm gonna be sanding that. I have to repair this. This was not from me. This was from the previous tenant. And so I'm gonna be painting it white. And honestly, and a lot of people will say, well, why don't you get the landlord to do it if you rent? I live here, and it's just a very small things that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get myself a little small thing of paint to do these retouches right there. This paint, I have this paint. I bought this paint for my office. So I have it in my garage. So I don't need to use it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get it cut. I'm gonna come back and show you what that looks like. Be right back. Okay, so we got our saw. We still have some battery, so we're gonna actually put our foot on this wood and cut it to what we need. So, see, you can do this too. It's okay. So we're gonna cut it. We're gonna align our thing. And I always do like this, so don't mind me as I turn to the side to be able to do what I need to do. Try to do there, and I'm gonna try to just cut. Wait. Whew, I was nervous because I thought, because it was turning sideways a little bit, because I didn't fully step on it. I do have rain boots right now, so I thought that I wasn't cutting perfectly. Guess what? I cut right on the line. That's perfect. So now let's go compare and see if we did good, if we need to sand a little bit. Usually I sand the bottom so I don't have this fray stuff on it. So we're gonna sand all that. Always safety first. Always take your battery out so your children and stuff see. That way you don't, like, nothing happens. You know what I mean? It's better to have that, and in case you have little ones or whatever. I'm gonna take my boots off and go back inside and put the piece of wood in my frame. All right, Give me a second as I gather all my stuff while I go inside after, and I'll show you what that looks like and how did I do. How do you think I did? I think I did okay. Let's go. All right, so as you can tell, it already fits inside of the frame. So all I gotta do is put it the way that I want to, which is actually this way, and just kind of see how far do I want it. If I want it there or a little up, and right there is actually perfect. So once I put it's gonna be to the front. Right there's perfect. So what I'm gonna do is screw this in, sand it, and then it will be ready for painting. I'm gonna show you what that looks like after I'm done sanding it and when I start painting. Yeah, buddy, let's go. We have now secure pieces. It's all screwed in, and let's gather our paints and start painting. We're gonna get our design idea of what we're looking for. So let's get that organized and ready, and I'll be with you in a second. All right, welcome back. So unfortunately, I do not know where my paint trays are. So yeah, what you see is here's a Frisbee. It just goes to show that you can, literally it's a Frisbee. All you can do sometimes is just use what you got. Sometimes it's a disposable plate, sometimes a piece of cardboard, sometimes it's a piece of tile. It really doesn't matter. Do is I'm gonna start doing blue, and then I'm gonna add pink, and then I go from there. So we got like some colors here that I am to achieve the look I want. I'm gonna try to do. What we're doing is a rustic look. To match the rest of my office. It's got to match all of this. It's got to have some pink. It's got to have some brown. It's got to have all these colors. I need a little bit of blue. So this is a color. And I am not covering all of it. I'm just distressing it with paint. But we're not going to get paint on our tablecloth. What you hear in the background is actually the chickens in another live. Because we're multitasking. So we're gonna just paint some stripes. I don't know if you can actually see me doing it. I don't think you can. And I'm gonna paint some stripes to kind of achieve the look that we want. Let's see if I can point it in a different direction. There you go. You can kind of see better. We want to go back and forth. Stripes need to be distressed. So we want it to be multiple colors. Painting flowers by hand. So I think this one's going to have more pink. I think this one should be a different color. So I'm going to go here and go here and paint this one because I'm going either or. And what I want is to go different areas to paint. I'm gonna continue doing this. This one's gonna be, we're gonna skip one on the other one as well because you want it to be different colors. You're gonna go in all directions with your brush, back and forth, like a crazy person. But it's like a dance with your pencil, with your brush, okay? You're dancing, letting it glide. Wherever your paint lands, that's how you create a stressed look on paint. With paint, I should say. I hope you liking these projects that I do, and I transform things. And kind of show you the before and after, which I am going to definitely show you here as well. I actually took a picture of it before as well. There you go. And then what we're gonna do is, we don't need our brush really clean. You're gonna be like, oh no, she's not cleaning it. No, I am not. So I think I am gonna do pink, but I'm gonna add this to here, and we're gonna try to get those areas that we did not I wish this was a lighter pink, because it's not the pink that I'm actually wanting, but right, we're gonna trust what? The process. And you're just gonna kind of put them in different areas. Trust the process. You don't want it to be bright color pink, so what you'd want to do is brush them in. Oh, brush them in. Just simply brush them in. I'm not worried about top and bottom of the wood, because I do want it to be some wood color on there, which I'm actually gonna make darker, to be honest. I'm probably gonna add more blue to make some blue look darker. Sort of. Haven't really decided yet. And then that's already looking quite good, because that's exactly kind of what I need. I don't really like the pink, this pink, but it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes work with what you have. I'm kind of hoping that it was a lighter one, and even though we can make our own, it's okay. My wrist is hurting. All right, let me distress this a little bit more, and I'll come back to you. Oh, I got a little bit itty bitty carried away. Yeah, a wee bit. You want to see? Okay. I'm not done, so don't judge a book by its cover. It's getting there. Something got me there. I don't know what. But as I said, still painting. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm still painting. I'm not done, but that's how it's turning out so far. I'm still painting, so I'll come back to you when I'm done. So I don't know if I want flowers on it or not. It's supposed to have some flowers. I haven't decided yet. So, I guess it's a continuation, because I don't know what else I'm doing to this yet. But I am loving it. This is supposed to have hooks. So, yeah, looks pretty amazing to me.